Hello, friends, and welcome to Friday. It's Friday again. I swear, I just finished doing another one of these videos, and it's Friday again. But anyway, I love doing these videos, and I love connecting with each one of you. So, welcome, welcome. And to those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Rene. And for those of you who are finding me for the first time, hello. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you come back again. And for those of you who are coming back again, thank you. Thank you so much for connecting with me and for enjoying my content and for giving me and showing me all the love that you guys do. I do so value and appreciate it. So I've had such an awesome week, I have to just tell you. It really has been absolutely amazing. Of course, every time I tell you I've had a good week, it's because I've received a new deck of cards. I've got a whole bunch on their way and they are delayed in customs because of virus and because of various other things. But anyway, a deck that did arrive this week, and if you've been following me on social media, you'll probably know that I got this deck. Look at it. The Golden Girls Tarot. Oh my gosh, I just noticed the color scheme of the Golden Girls Tarot matches my shirt. I promise I didn't do that on purpose, but I have been fanning out on Golden Girls Tarot the whole week. It's been absolutely wonderful. Okay. So if you don't know who the Golden Girls are, then you are obviously very young or very old. Okay. Because anybody who's around my age, I was brought up on girls. The Golden Girls are just on my life. And these cards are amazing. So I just had to use them for today's pick a card because they are just such fun. And I have so loved playing with them, and literally I have played with them the whole week. I haven't worked with them, but I have played. I have played continuously. They're in my hands. That's the backs of them. And just show you a couple of cards. You can recognize the characters. Just look at that. Blanche, isn't she the cutest? So we've got some Blanche. We've got some more Blanche. We've got some Rose. Oops. We've got some Dorothy. I just love it. They really are such fun. So we're going to play with some Golden Girls Tarot today. And then I am pairing it with Trust Your Vibes because that's what I'm doing. I'm trusting my vibes and going with Golden Girls today. So we're going to trust our vibes and we're going to have an awesome, awesome, awesome day. So I hope you've had a good weekend. I hope you've arrived at Friday in a good space. Here in South Africa, lockdown is lifted a little bit this week and it looks like everything's back to normal. You know, besides for getting our hair and our nails done, we can do anything else. We can't exercise. Well, we can't go to a gym and we can't go to a yoga studio and we can't do those things. But we can't get our hair done. We can't do our nails, but we can do everything else. So that's great, I suppose. Alcohol was permitted again this week, so we've all been enjoying a glass of wine or two or three each evening. I'm joking. But anyway, friends, so we are using two decks today, and I've just told you which decks they are. So what we're going to do now is let's get serious for a second. All right. So on screen, before my magic, on screen now, are going to be an image of the cards that I have drawn today. Allow yourself to look at this image and allow yourself to just center yourself and ground yourself and connect. Take a deep breath in and exhale it out. And with the exhale, let out all your worries and all your stress and all your concerns. And ask that you be drawn to or ask that you be guided to the bundle that has the exact message that you need today. Let it be bundle 1, bundle 2, or bundle 3. So just really pay attention to what's happening in the core of your being. Pay attention to what's happening in your heart and soul. And are you feeling drawn to bundle 1? Are you feeling drawn to bundle 2? Or are you feeling drawn to bundle 3? When you know, and I mean, I know I say this quite often, but if you normally always, because I know I get people saying, I always choose bundle 3 or I always choose bundle 1 or whatever it may be. If you normally always choose a particular bundle, let's try something different today. Okay. And obviously, if you're one of those that likes to watch the whole thing, fabulous. Absolutely great. I'm sure you get something out of each one. So let me stop babbling. We all know I can. Let's stop babbling and let's get straight into it and let's draw and let's go and get your messages that you all need. So without further ado, I shall see you there. Hello and welcome to those of you who chose bundle 1 as the bundle that has the message you need to hear today. If you've just on YouTube or on my blog just gone straight to bundle 1 because it's the bundle you always use, I'm going to ask you to go back. Go back to the beginning, watch the intro, and see, go through the process of selecting a bundle by listening to your heart and soul. If you did that and that's how you arrived here, then that's great. Let's carry on. But if you got here out of automatic process or automatic response or automatic what you pick each week, I'm going to ask you, please, let's reconnect with ourselves and let's pick a bundle that really works. Okay, so because you've done that, because you went to the intro, I don't need to tell you which cards I'm using today because I covered that in the intro. So I'm going to go straight into it. And actually, I'm going to start with the oracle first. So we're going to draw one oracle, and then we will go into our tarot and get the messages that we need. So we're shuffling right now, and we're asking that the cards that we draw today, let them be the cards that we all need to hear. Everybody who chose this particular bundle, everybody who is watching this video right now, let it be a message that speaks to you, that answers a question, that gives you the guidance, the hope, and the inspiration that you need. And may it be one that fills your heart with joy. Okay, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Put them together. And the backs of these cards really cute. I love it. So let's shuffle. Oh, we have shuffled. Sorry, let's grab one. I think it's so funny. Here I started off by saying to you, stop, go back to the intro, go watch the message, let's get grounded, let's get centered, let's do all of that. And it's the card that we draw, okay? So those of you who chose this bundle, those of you who are watching this video right now, clearly Spirit is saying to you that there's this need within you to connect with Mother Earth. There's this need within you to put your feet on solid ground, okay? And, you know, this is not necessarily a physical thing, although it absolutely could be, but it's a mental, it's an emotional, it's a spiritual, it's all of the above. But it is important. So today is Friday, and we are heading into a weekend. So over today, tomorrow, and Sunday, over the weekend, or whenever it is that you watch this video, please make time, make a physical effort, time to actually go and connect with Mother Earth. Get yourself grounded. You can either do a grounding meditation. YouTube is full of them if you search for them. Do a grounding meditation, or just take, like in this image, take your shoes off and go and stand on the earth. Stand on sand, on the grass. Sit, even better. Spend some time outdoors. Spend some time connecting to Mother Earth. Gardening, fabulous. If you are somebody who enjoys gardening, spend some time doing that. You know, what I always say with grounding is connecting you to Mother Earth. It's reminding your soul that you are human, having a human experience on this physical earth plane. And sometimes we forget, especially those of us who are spiritual, those of us who have an understanding bigger than the physical reality. We often get so, I want to say, tied up, so bogged down in those kind of mindsets that we forget we are human, having a human experience. So today Spirit is saying to you, you are human. Barefoot, outside on the sand. I cringe at that thought, by the way. I can't do that. But I can be with my shoes on the ground, and I can ground myself and I can connect that way. But I'm not doing barefoot. Can't do barefoot. So we need to get grounded. All right. So I'm going to leave that card here in front of me where I can see it. And I'm now going to pick up this awesome, quirky, amazing, fun, amazing deck. So if you didn't watch the intro, this is my Golden Girls Tarot, and I'm just so loving it. I am so loving Golden Girls. They are so cute. They're quirky. They're fun. They're full of nonsense. They're cheeky. They're all those kind of things that the Golden Girls are. And if you don't know who the Golden Girls are, you're obviously either, number one, too young, or you're too old. But the Golden Girls were people who lived in my time. I was brought up, I was raised on Golden Girls. They are just fabulous. I'm not going to tell you which Golden Girl I am. Right, shuffled enough. Let's draw some cards. We're going to take from the Golden Girls Tarot, I want 2 cards. So we're taking that one over there, and we're taking that one over there. Oh, we got no Golden Girls. Right. We have the Knight of Swords. So the Knight of Swords, you can see it is one of the husbands. I'm not going to try and remember which one it is from the Golden Girls, but it's one of the husbands. He's on his horse. The horse is moving downhill. You can see that it's a downhill slope. The horse is going as fast as it possibly can. It's picking up momentum as it's going. He's like, charge, charge, charge. There's not thought here. You know, you can see the horse is looking a little bit nervous, a little bit apprehensive, like, oh my gosh, what are we actually doing here? He's not having that thought. He's like just charging straight ahead. And, you know, maybe just to bring the get grounded into it, I think this is really what it's saying to you, is that you're possibly You're possibly one of those people who doesn't think before you act. You just dive into things feet first and we just go and get things done. And because it has been a couple of weeks of this continuous momentum, this continuous motion, maybe right now the get grounded is telling you stop. Okay, you can see the horse is trying to apply some brakes there. The horse is trying to slow down and he's just like, charge. So it's saying to you, you know, it's important that we stop every now and again. It's important that we slow down. It's important that we just stop and observe our surroundings. Okay. So the first card we had on the tarot was the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords is all about getting grounded. Let's have a look at the second one. Knight of Swords, and here we've got the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands, Wands is generally our doing, our action, the kind of things that we do in life. And it's telling you that you're full of ideas. It's telling you that there's something new coming into your space. But before you charge ahead, let's open them up. Before you charge ahead, before you start embarking on this new adventure, this one here, this new adventure, you need to stop and smell the roses. You need to catch your breath. You need to get grounded. You need to connect with Mother Earth. Offload all your stresses and your worries instead of just charge. Okay, so it's very important. It's very important that you, over the next couple of days, you take the time out to reconnect, to ground, to center, to understand, to breathe, and to just, sure. Because if you go into this new adventure, this new chapter in your life, this new era in your life, without slowing your horse down, without stopping and looking at your surroundings and checking if you are in the right place, you're gonna have a bit of a disaster. Okay, so it is important that you stop and slow down. It is important that you understand where you're at and what you're doing, and the best way to do that is grounding exercises. Okay, so as I said to you earlier on, it's either about going outside, spending a bit of time barefoot outside, or it's about just disconnecting from the mind, disconnecting from the emotions, and just being in the now, being in the present. Okay, so slow your horse down. Recognize that there's so much possibility, so much good stuff coming your way, and the best way to take advantage of it is to slow your horse down and get it off and ground. Okay, so I'm going to leave those in front of me, and I am now going to pick up again the same oracle deck, and just to finish off the message, just to get clarified, just to say, what if we do ground, if we do slow our horse down, if we do recognize these opportunities that are here for us now, where will it take us? What will happen? Where will we end up? So let's shuffle and see what we get again. And I want that one over there. All right, it'll bring laughter and happiness into your life. So if you take the advice, if you listen to what Spirit is saying to you today, then just know that laughter, happiness, and joy is going to come into your space. You know, laughter, I know we can have evil laugh, but even an evil laugh it rejuvenates the soul, doesn't it? You know, after a good laughing session, we all feel fabulous. We all feel so much better. So that's what you need to do. That's what's important, and that's what's significant for you. So friends, those of you who chose bundle 1, thank you. I hope that there was something in there that put a smile on your face, put a laugh in your heart and in your soul, and make you feel as if you've got this and everything's going to be okay. If you did, if you enjoyed this message, please, can I have a thumbs up, and a comment from you below would be absolutely wonderful. In the meantime, though, you have an awesome week, awesome weekend, I should say. And until I see you on Monday for your Taroscopes, you take care. And hello and welcome to those of you who chose bundle 2 today. If you came here on your automatic pilot plane, please stop and go back. We're doing that again, all right? So today I'm asking you to go back and watch the introduction, go back and watch the intro, because yeah, let's really connect with ourselves, and let's really see if we are getting the message that we need to today. So go back to the intro, go through the exercise of just breathing, connecting, and just regenerating with yourself to make sure that you are picking the bundle that you really need. If you've done that and you've come here, well, welcome. We shall continue. But for those of you who need to go back, off you go. We'll see you just now. All right. So if you did go back to the intro, and if you did watch the intro, then you'll know exactly which cards I'm working with today, so I don't need to explain that to you. I've picked up the wrong ones. But today we're going to start with the Oracle deck. I just love the backs of these cards. They are absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to start with the Oracle deck first, then we will draw from the tarot. So let's get straight into it. All of you who chose bundle 2, we're shuffling these cards and we're asking that the cards that we draw today be exact cards that you need to hear. May it contain a message of guidance, a message of hope, and a message of upliftment for everybody who is watching this video right now. May it bring you the answers, may it bring you the guidance, may it bring you the peace that you need in your life, and may it uplift you. Okay. So we're going to draw one from this deck. I can't believe it. This is the same card I just drew for bundle one. Okay, that is just, I can't make this stuff up. You saw me shuffle, you saw me draw the card. The card never left the screen. I can't make this stuff up. And it's so funny because my intro, and again, hopefully you did go back and watch the intro. The intro was also all about grounding. It was all about centering and connecting with yourself. And that's exactly what this card is saying to you. So if you have a look at the image, okay, so we have a leg, a foot, barefoot, no shoe, connecting to earth. And that's what's important. You know, we've had weeks of whirlwind. We've had a couple of weeks of just, you know, life has just been life. Coronavirus pandemic and all sorts of other stuff that's going on. The world is really not in a good space, you know, and the people on the world are not in a good space. We need a reminder, and this is exactly what this card is doing. It's reminding you that you were human. It's reminding you that you were here to have a human experience. It's reminding you that you need to be true to your human self. You know, all of us who are, you know, spiritual beings who have this kind of vast understanding, we sometimes can get so bogged down or so involved in it that we forget that we're human. We forget that we are just people having a human experience. So today is Friday and we have a weekend, or whenever it is that you watch this video, please do yourself that favor and get outside, okay? Get barefoot, connect to the earth, and just soak up earth energy. Let go of all your stresses and strains and worries and heartaches and pains and discomforts and whatever you have. Send them into Mother Earth because she knows what to do with that. She knows how to take that pain and to take that anger and frustration and all of those emotions and how to transmute them. That is her function. That is her purpose. All you have to do is allow her to do that. But the way that you do that is barefoot on the ground. Okay, so do what you can. And it's interesting how my message is so different from what I said in bundle one. You can go back and listen to that after this. But it's so important that we do that. It's so important that we connect. And in doing so and in connecting to Mother Earth, what we're actually doing is connecting to self. Okay, and connecting to our heart and soul and recognizing that we are humans having a human experience, and that is the most important thing. You know, yes, we want to climb the ladder, and yes, we want to achieve great things, and yes, there's so much that we want to do, and there's so much that we need to experience, but it all starts here. It all starts with a reminder that you are human having a human experience, and it's okay. All right, so please make that commitment and promise to yourself that at some point over the next couple of days, whenever it is that you watch this, that you're going to be outdoors, barefoot. I'm saying that outdoors, pointing over there, because that's where my outdoors is. So we need to go and get grounded and get connected with the earth. All right, so leaving that one on there where I can see it, I'm now going to pick up my tarot. And if you did cheat and if you did just come straight to bundle two and you didn't watch my intro, this deck is just so phenomenal. I'm just so loving this deck. This is the Golden Girls Tarot. And if you don't know who the Golden Girls are, you're either very young or very, very old. Okay, everybody knows who the Golden Girls are. The Golden Girls are awesome. It is a TV series and you can go and watch it. I'm sure it's on whatever. They're phenomenal. Bunch of ladies, each got their quirks, each got their kind of issues in life, but they're fabulous. I'm not going to tell you which one I am. See if you can figure out which golden girl I fall into. Love to hear from you in the comments below. Which golden girl do you think I am? Right, shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Let's get serious and let's draw some golden girls. So I'm going to take two cards from this deck. And let's see what we get. So card number one is the Emperor. When I say card number one, the first card that I've drawn for you, it's not card number one, it's actually card number 4. But anyway, the first card that I've drawn for you is the Emperor. And the Emperor is all about control and dominance. It's all about being strong. And I hope you recognize the character. I think this is Stan. I think this is Dorothy's husband or ex-husband. I think it's Stan. So the Emperor is all about being in control. It's all about being dominant, all about knowing your place, about making decisions without allowing emotions to come into it. It's about being in control and in charge. And it's interesting that we got the Get Grounded card, because maybe it's telling you that you've been in control of your life for far too long now, and it's time that you actually let your hair down. It's time that you actually had some fun. It's time that you stopped being the emperor. It's time that you stopped being so in control and so dominant and so whatever, and actually just ground and connect with the earth and let things go. So it makes sense with the intro that I gave, that it's about letting things go. Okay, let's see the second card that we drew. Oh wow, isn't she gorgeous? So there we have Dorothy sitting in the moon, and the moon is about things looking different in the daytime to the nighttime. Things don't actually change. You know, your layout of your home, the layout of your garden, the layout of your town does not change from morning to night, but it looks so different. The first time you drive through a place in the nighttime, it does look like it's a whole new world, a whole new place. There's shadows, there's dark spots, there's things that are hidden from you, but the moon is also about cycles of life, and it's also about your intuition. It's also about your inner knowing. And the lady on this card, oh, Dorothy, she's awesome. She was very much a moon kind of energy. You know, she was a strong woman, strong personality, strong character. She took no nonsense from anybody, but she also trusted her intuition a lot. She always looked into the dark spot. She always looked to make sure that she could see everything that was there. She never left a stone unturned, but she often trusted her intuition, especially when dealing with problems and challenges in life. She was a very logical thinker, but she knew that sometimes things look different. So she would make sure that she checked through all the details. So here we have our Emperor and the Moon. And the message for you from these two cards is saying to you, sometimes it's interesting how we've got this card, which is almost, I'm going to say, no emotion, and we've got the moon, which is full of emotion, okay? And we mustn't forget, get grounded. So the message from these two cards for all of you who chose this bundle today is telling you to be mindful that there are times where you need to be in control. There are times where you need to be the strong character. But being the strong woman that Dorothy is, sometimes it's important to be that strong woman and be vulnerable at the same time. Recognize that you are who you are. Recognize your strengths and your weaknesses. Recognize that sometimes things look different by a different lighting, okay? So just a change in the lighting can impact and make everything look so different. It's reminding you that it's important every now and again to just put your baggage down, put your burdens down, and to just breathe, okay? You don't always have to be in control. You don't always have to be swinging on the moon. Sometimes it's important to just take your feet off and to connect with Mother Earth. Okay, putting those in front of me, and I'm now going to take another oracle from the same deck. And what we're shuffling and asking for here is that just a confirmation message, or just a little bit extra. What else does Spirit want us to know? What else is there that's important? If we take the advice and the guidance, if we do what's been asked of us here, what can we expect? What can we look forward to? And if I get the same as we get for number one, bundle one, I'm really going to be mind blown. Taking that one over there. Different one. Okay. So this card says to get a new story. I like that. So if we get grounded, if we recognize our control issues, if we recognize the parts of our lives that we need to have control of and the parts of our lives we don't need to have control of, if we recognize that sometimes things look different by a different light, if we look at things, if we make sure that we turn every rock over, we look everywhere, we trust our intuition, we allow ourselves to be a little bit vulnerable, things will be completely different, and you will have a whole new story to tell, a whole new life to live. And that is important, and that is significant, and that is truly wonderful. I like that. I'm going to leave it right there. I'm not going to add anything more to that. So friends, those of you who chose this bundle, I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that there was something that gave you the guidance, hope, and inspiration that you needed. And if it did, please support my work by giving me a thumbs up below, and don't forget to leave a comment for me. I'd love to hear from you. You take care of yourself, and until we see each other again, with lots of love from my heart to yours, take care. Hello and welcome to those of you who have chosen bundle 3. If you arrived here on your automatic pilot plane, please go back. We're doing that again, okay? So if you're one of those people who always chooses bundle 3, today I'm asking you to stop, go back to the intro, watch the intro, especially the part where you get to just center, ground, and reconnect with yourself and choose a bundle that has exactly the message that you need. We've had 2 very interesting messages already today, and I'd love for you to get exactly the right one and not just the one that you always pick. So I'm asking you, if you came here through your automatic pilot plane, back you go. Go and watch the intro. I think it's only a minute or 2. Go and watch the intro and let it help you to choose. And if you happen to come back here, then that's great. At least then you know that the message that you are watching, the message that you are receiving is exactly the one that Spirit has intended for you. Okay. If you did watch the intro and you came here, you know what decks I'm using today, and you'll know how excited I am about these decks, or the one in particular. Yeah, really, really excited for that. But let's not get carried away. So we're going to start with the Oracle deck today. We're not starting with the Tarot first. We're going to start with the Oracle deck, and then we're going to draw the Tarot. So let's get serious for a second while I shuffle these cards, and we're asking Spirit to please make sure that the cards that we draw today be exactly the messages that you need to hear. May it be the message of hope, of guidance, and of inspiration. May it answer the questions that you may have, and may it give you a little insight that is maybe needed in your life right now. And may it bring you peace, joy, love, and happiness, because those things are the most important. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. And I'm just drawing one card. So, bundle 3ers. Those of you who chose bundle 3, you got It's Not Personal. And you know, it's quite interesting. There's a lot going on in the world right now, okay? There's a lot of devastating things happening in the world right now, things that we have absolutely no control over. And even within your own little world, you know, you may be suffering work-wise. There may be issues at home because of what's happening in the bigger scheme of things in the world. There's a lot of people who are suffering in a serious way at the moment with the pandemic, with the state of the crime, the violence, whatever it may be. I don't want to go into that. But please understand that it's not necessarily happening to you. It's not personal, okay? The entire universe, the entire world has to go through a shift in order for us to go from this level to this level. And that's what's happening right now. Some people it's easy, some people it's simple, for some people it's not. For some people it's really hard. But it's important that you realize it's not a personal attack on you. It's important that you realize that whatever's happening, if you've had an argument with somebody at home, with somebody at work, with a friend, with a colleague, with whatever's happening in your life, doesn't matter how big or small, understand that it's not personal. Understand that everything that is happening to you, around you right now, is to help you elevate yourself to the next level, to help you go from here to here. And that's the whole point behind the human existence, okay? So it's not personal. Try not take everything personal. You know, even if your loved one, your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your partner, whoever it is that you share your life with, your children even, if they say something to you that's nasty, if they say something to you that hurts, if they say something, anything to you that causes pain, discomfort, understand that it's not personal. It's them having an issue. It's their insecurities. It's their problem. It's their situation which is causing them to react the way they did. You just happen to be on the receiving end of it, but it's not personal. So I know that's big, hey? Wow, that's actually quite big. I was hoping for light-hearted messages today, and we're not having any light-hearted messages. So whatever's happening around you, whatever's happening to you, whatever's happening in the world that's in your mind that you see and know and are aware of, understand that it is not personal. So what is it then? So now we're going to pick up this awesome, amazing, wonderful deck that I've been so excited about all week. So this is the Golden Girls Tarot. So if you did miss the intro and you didn't see that, it's the Golden Girls Tarot, which if you don't know who the Golden Girls are, well, you're very young, or you're really, 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 really old. Everybody knows who the Golden Girls are. So let's shuffle in and we see what the Golden Girls have to say to you about what's going on in your life at the moment. Let's see. And you know, I must say, the Golden Girls was a comedy series on TV, but none of the messages have been very comical. So, but that's it. You know, it's all about life lessons. It's all about understanding. It's all about that. So, right, I think I have shuffled sufficiently, says she, doing one more. Okay. And we're going to draw 2 cards from the Golden Girls Tarot, and let's see what the Golden Girls have to say to you. So, first card you have is the Page of Pentacles, and here we have Blanche. And Blanche was just so perfect for the Pentacles. So Pentacles has got through our material possessions, our money, our stuff that we accumulate, our status in life, all of those kind of things. That's what Pentacles is all about. So you can understand how Blanche is the perfect person for Pentacles. But the energy of the page is somebody who's still learning, somebody who's still figuring things out, somebody who doesn't necessarily fully understand. And yeah, I can see that being Blanche as well, because Blanche, as much as she was very smart, as much as she was very clued up in how to get good things and how to have a good life, she did make some mistakes. So for you right now, the message for you with this Page of Pentacles is basically saying to you, when it comes to your finances, there's still things to learn. There's still different ways of understanding. There's still different ways of doing things. Don't always stick to what you've learned or what you've been told. Sometimes you have to figure things out for yourself. Sometimes trying something new, climbing out of your comfort zone and trying something new is exactly the answer to the solution or the answer to the question. Okay. Don't be so rigid and don't be so stuck in your experience, in your understanding. Be brave enough to try something different every now and again, especially when it comes to your finances, especially when it comes to your material possessions. And by doing so, you may actually pleasantly surprise yourself. And connected to that, we have Sophia. Isn't she gorgeous? And of course, she's our strength card. And what I love about Sophia is that she was the tiniest out of the lot, but she was the most fearsome. So she was the one who had the biggest mouth. She had the biggest opinions, and she was never afraid to express her opinions. And her as the strength card just makes total sense, because it says that even though externally your physique, your physical may not be the strongest that there is, but your character and your soul is absolutely, it's the inner strength. Okay. So you can see her standing next to the lion. You can see how tiny she is, but she has the strength to tame the lion. Okay. So when we look at these two cards together, because we must remember, it's not personal. So when we look at these two cards together, it's basically saying to you that the period that you're going through in life at the moment is about learning, is about trying to figure things out, about trying to understand yourself a little bit better, how you work with money, how you work with material possessions, what's important, what you need, what you don't need. It's about juggling all of that. And it's about one thing that you've figured out in life at the moment is the strength that you possess, the inner strength that you possess to help you through whatever it is that you need to get through. Okay, so the message for you here is that you are learning well, you are doing well, you're achieving great things, you're doing so well, you are progressing, but you need to lean on your inner strength a little bit more. You need to be a little bit stronger in your conviction, in your understanding, in yourself, in your belief of self. Okay, don't let your naivety, don't let your ambitions, don't let your thought fields limit and restrict you. You are strong enough. You are in control. Whatever's going on around you is not personal. So anything that you're not succeeding at, if you feel like you're not succeeding at anything, this is your card. It's not personal. Okay. So we're not done. I'm going to again pick up the Oracle deck if I can pick it up. Okay. So we're going to draw another card from the Oracle deck. So we're basically looking for some kind of validation, some kind of explanation, some kind of further message from Spirit to complete the story that we've already started here. What is it that Spirit wants us to know? What else do they want us to know to complete the story, to complete the message? So from the Oracle deck again, what is it that Spirit wants us to know? Okay. So Spirit is saying to you, it's important that we do an aura cleanse. So an aura cleanse can be done many, many, many ways. The way being done in this card here is an Epsom salts bath. Okay. Aura is the energy that sits in and around your physical being. And, you know, sometimes we do collect dust bunnies in our aura. And it's important every now and again to do a little bit of decluttering and debriefing and get rid of those dust bunnies. Aura cleanse can also be done through thought process, can also be done through energetic processes, through a bath. Shower if you don't have a bath or if you don't like to bath, if you shower only, if you just visualize that water, not only cleansing your physical skin, but to cleanse your aura as well. We can also do it through the food that we eat. We can do a whole detox process to clean and cleanse our aura. Another way of doing it is incense, okay? Incense, smudge sticks, aura sprays. There's so many different ways that you can clean and cleanse your aura. The important thing to understand though is one of the reasons why this is something that we have to do on a fairly regular basis, cleaning our auras, is because if you experience a lot of negativity in your life externally, it doesn't have to be coming from you. It can be coming from the people that you surround yourself with, people at work, people at home, life in general, if you're the kind of person who's forever watching the news, you're all of these experiences, all of these thoughts and things and actions and whatever that you experience, they all live in your aura. And eventually it becomes a physical thing, okay? If your aura gets that dense, gets that full of stuff, it will become a physical. So the aura cleanses, every now and again, it's important that we do that to remove any debris that may be collecting so that we're not carting around extra weight, okay? So doing the aura cleanse, consider it like housework. If you don't sweep, eventually you've got, a lot of mess. So we need to be doing that as well. Please, I want to just bring back this card. Let me hold it this way, then it's easier to see. The Page of Pentacles. So the energy of the page is young, it's naive, it's innocent, it's hot-headed, because they do think that they know it all. The page energy, they do think that they've got all the knowledge and the experience, but they don't have the experience. They've got the knowledge, but not necessarily the experience. So they're a little bit arrogant, okay? They tend to border a little bit on arrogance. And this has got to do with your money and your material possessions. So it's basically saying to you, we need to be mindful of what is it that we're chasing? What is it that we're working towards, okay? Are we working towards having a house full of beautiful things, or are we working towards having a happy life? All right. And this is the strength that you need, is to determine the truth within yourself of what is it that you're working towards. And remember, things that you don't succeed at, things that aren't working out for you in your life, it's not personal. Okay, it's not personal. If you've had a couple of those, if you've had a couple of situations where things haven't panned out the way you wanted to, where you've had challenges and obstacles, please do yourself a favor and have an aura cleanse. Okay. So, friends, those of you who chose bundle 3, I do hope that that was a good message for you. I do hope that there was something in there that just connected with you and answered your questions and gave you what you needed. If it did, please support my work by giving me a thumbs up below. And as always, I'd love to hear from you. All right. With love and blessings from my heart to yours, until we do this again, you take care.